Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for our pastoral update. Wanted to talk to you first about our elder council. Many of you are aware that we have an elder council. We have congregational and staff elders, and our congregational elders get to serve a 4-year term and then they rotate off. Well, this year we have 2 spots that we're needing to fill in our elder council, and the good news is we have 3 candidates to fill those 2 spots, and so obviously we'll be just taking 2 of those candidates. So we're going to be having a vote for these elder nominees. It's going to be later on in the month of November, on November 20th, and then we'll take a couple of weeks to process that information and that vote, and then we'll be installing these 2 elders out of the 3 nominees on Sunday, December 4th. We're going to actually move that to the Sunday morning service because we feel like it's kind of important, and we want our entire church body to be able to participate in that. And so the elder nominees are all available to see a video, just a testimony interview video on our website. So if you just go to www.wedgwoodbc.org, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see a button there that designates a link to our elder nominee page on our website. And you can watch a very short video testimony of each of these elder candidates. So it's Charles Saker, Bob Munger, and David Griffin are the 3 men that have been nominated. Each of these guys are incredible. All of them have been a part of Wedgwood for many years, served faithfully in all kinds of different capacities here. And so I'm excited about the nominees that have been chosen by our body. And so again, let me encourage you to go check out those videos, and then feel free to talk to each of these gentlemen, to get to know them a little bit better if you don't already, to send them an email or a text, stop and talk with them before or after worship on a Sunday, and just get a chance to know them prior to our vote coming up here in a few weeks at the end of November, on November 20th. And so make sure to mark your calendars. November 20th is a vote. December 4th, we'll be installing 2 of those 3 onto our elder council. Now, another big announcement was just this past Sunday. Alan Jackson, who currently serves as our vice chair of our elder council, informed our congregation of a decision that we've made regarding an upcoming vote on our bylaws. Now, many of you are also aware that we are needing to change and tweak some elements of our bylaws. A lot of those changes are basically just trying to have a consistency in language and clarity in some areas that are a little bit more ambiguous, and trying to clean up some of those elements. But one area in particular is pretty notable. It's in Article 6 in our bylaws. It has to do with our deacon body. And so you're probably aware as well that recently our elder council put forth the proposal to open up the deacon body to our women members as well. And so we've had a lot of different discussions, a lot of different listening sessions around this topic. And one listening session in particular has made us want to, as an elder council, kind of change course just a little bit on this whole process. Initially, we were going to be talking about it at our church family meeting coming up, and then officially voting on that new revised article in January. But after a time in which the elders and the deacons were able to meet together, our current deacon body, we realized that there's a lot of people that would like a little bit more of a detailed understanding of what this new proposal could look like. What would it look like to have both men and women deacons serving here at Wedgwood? And so we've listened to our deacons and other people in our congregation as well that have been suggesting this. So we're going to hit pause for a second, and our elders are going to be meeting with a lot of our deacon leadership to just walk through an initial proposal of what all of this can look like. And then we'll be able to bring that to the church body and let people look at that as well. And we think that will help kind of clarify some of the intent of this new direction that we're proposing as an elder council. And so that's going to take a little bit of time in order to be able to do that well, to get some good feedback from that, and then to be able to put that before the church. So as a result, in January, we will be voting on a lot of the bylaws changes. We just won't be voting on changes for that Article 6 part of our bylaws that addresses our deacon body. We'll then plan to do that later on in the spring. And so we'll have a little bit more detailed timeline here over the next several weeks and next couple months that will update you, the church body, and give you some insight as to what the timeline will look like. So we're pausing, and not because we no longer believe that's the course and the direction we need to go in. We're not pausing it for any other reason other than to simply put together a proposal that would give an outline. Doesn't necessarily mean we'll have to follow this to the to every little detail of it, but a suggested understanding and structure of what this could look like. So that's a lot. Hopefully you got all that. You may have to play this back. We'll be giving more updates about it here in the weeks ahead as well. So we look forward to seeing you this Wednesday. We'll have all of our Wednesday night activities as normal. Sunday, we'll continue our series to the life of David, and missional communities to follow after that. So I hope you'll be able to join us. Hope you have a great week. God bless.